Coach Rich, I know this might seem like a simple answer, a simple question.
Recording in progress.
But I know we talked earlier this week about how important of a game this is against a team like UAB. So how important is this one for you guys, and how did it feel to go up so big so early?
Well, it felt good. Our defense, again, was kicking, and I'm so happy that, defense was on all cylinders today, and that's how it's got to be for every game. But, I guess this is a big game, Johnny, but, all of them are big.
And I also wanted to, we've talked about the foul trouble, how that's been a problem here and there throughout the season. Tonight, it seemed you guys stayed out of foul trouble for the better part of the game. I know Inez had 4, but for the most part, you guys were able to stay out of foul trouble. How important was that?
Well, that was important, but, in the fourth quarter, I think we went back to our old tricks, and, we got some fouls. But again, the defense was there. We were aggressive defensively, and it just slowed them down.
And Aaliyah seemed like for a little bit there, like she just couldn't miss, and especially in that first half there. She shot probably one of her more efficient games here at Temple. What'd you see from her tonight, and how just overall what do you think of her performance?
Yeah, she was on, and she knew it, and so when she got the ball, she knocked it down. And I love that confidence in her, of course, and that really spurred us on. Her leading the way.
And overall, the shooting struggles have definitely been there throughout the season. And on a night like tonight, man, I think in the first half you guys shot 60%. So
yeah.
You talked about building the confidence in them to just keep shooting the ball and be willing to shoot the ball. How nice was it to see the shots start to fall?
Yeah, and Johnny, I kind of saw it yesterday in our practice where they were really free and loose and, came into this game just loose and having fun. And I think that kind of started it, yesterday with practice and then into shoot around today. They were knocking down shots.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Max.
Hey, Coach. I just wanted to ask about Rain. She seems to be one of your more consistent players this season. She really put together one of her best performances this season. Can you just talk about Rain a little bit?
Yeah, she was really good. She had double-double, 14 points and 15 rebounds, and she was really crashing the boards a lot. And we knew we had to go in there and rebound. We knew we needed offensive rebounds, and she did just that.
And I guess not to, make it a little negative, but can you just talk about, the way your team, you have big leads, then is it just the inevitability of a team fighting back and having to go on a run, them being desperate, or do you guys need to clean things up when you go up big like you did?
Well, we do need to clean things up, but like I said before, in this conference, teams are, up a quarter, down a quarter, and it seems to be consistent with everybody. As a coach, I see it, and I talk to my counterparts. It's like, when are we going to play 40 minutes? And, for a full 40 minutes. And, they fought back, and they did a great job fighting back. Their shooters were knocking down shots in the fourth quarter, third and fourth quarter.
And can you talk about your team's confidence on the road this season? It just seems like you guys are in every game on the road this season. Because that maybe wasn't a thing last year, but can you just talk about the way you guys are feeling on the road?
Yeah, it feels good. We get away from school. We concentrate on our scouts, and that's all they can do. Sit in a hotel room, we watch film. They concentrated on their scouts and are ready to play. No distractions.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go to Ryan Mack next.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Coach. Just want to ask you about Demi. She's been coming on recently as conference play has been. How important has she been to your team through conference play, and how is that going to keep continuing as we get through this last month of the season?
Yeah, it's important because she can get inside, and she has a way of slicing and dicing inside the paint and scoring inside the paint, and we needed that extra post player that could do that. Nez can shoot outside. Demi has the great footwork to get inside and score inside.
Of course, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll go to Sean Pastor.
Hey, Diane.
Hey, how are you?
I'm all right. So it was a 1-point game there in the second quarter. You guys put together a run. I think it was an 8-0 run. They called timeout. I wonder what you said in that timeout, because normally a team calls timeout at home. They gather themselves. But after that timeout, You guys really poured it on.
Well, the thing about him calling the timeout is it also gives me a timeout. So, in our huddle, we talked about defending aggressively. We were switching, so we had to switch early and make sure that we were in their face. So that worked for us as well.
And how, there's 3 weeks left in the regular season. With this league 1 through at least 12, 13, so even, how critical is it to get one of the 4 buys or double buys?
Yeah, double bye. It's important because you're not playing back to back to back to back. And so we'll have some time off. That is, that will help us, I'm sure. And I'm sure that's something that we want to do. Again, I just keep taking one game at a time. So I don't know all of that. So I'm just trying to take it one game at a time so I can focus and we can all focus on the next game.
Well, I'll give you one other, though, in that vein, further to that. How meaningful would a regular season title be?
It would be awesome. It'd be awesome, Sean. Especially battling back from what we did last year, to see this team rally together and play for each other, and the culture is great. So it would be great. And it would be great for the fans at Temple they've been waiting.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any more questions for Coach Rich? I think we're all good. Thanks, Coach.
All right. Thanks. Go Owls.